Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk about why do I use a system for managing my money or investing my money. So let's get started. So when I started investing, I spent a lot of time chasing the holy grail in investing, like learning new technical analysis, new indicators, and a lot of strategies, value investing. And then I slowly realized that there is no holy grail in investing. So spending a lot of time, which is the only true constraint in our life, in chasing something that doesn't exist is a waste of time. So that is when I realized, okay, I don't need to reinvent the wheel or go in search of something that doesn't exist. And I started to look at how did people who have made money from stock market, how did they make their money? And that's when I learned about Jim Simmons and Warren Buffett. Like, I'll talk about what these people have recommended, and they let's first talk about Jim Simmons, who is one of the best, or if not the best investor, who popularized quant investing or systematic investing, like based on rules. So if you read the book that is written about his life, you will slowly you will come to know that initially he started out like just like everybody, like doing value investing, buying things that are at 52-week low or buying things that are going down. And then he almost at one point lost almost all his life savings, and that's when he pivoted to or changed his style and moved to a more systematic approach, or a more math based approach. So you can read about this about it's covered it's written about like how he almost lost almost his life savings, and then he started using maths. He started building trading systems that are guided by preset algorithms, like computer instructions. So that is one of the main things. So he was one of the ones who popularized systematic way of investing, or using predetermined rules and just following the model. So he has couple of quotes which I would like to share. So he says, we slavishly follow the model. By model, he is referring here to the system or the algorithm. You do whatever it says, no matter how smart or dumb you think it is. So it's easy for our human brain to be carried away with all the headlines and news, and let our emotions override our decision making, especially when money is involved. And that's why we need to have a model or a system with predetermined rules to control our emotions, to prevent knee-jerk reactions or emotionally driven decisions which are always suboptimal. And there is another quote which he talks about when he talks about systematic investing, that's the only rule is that we never override the computer. No one ever comes in any day and says the computer wants to do this and that's crazy and we shouldn't do it. So he talks about how we should trust the system and stick to it for a long period of time in order for profits to come. The second person I would like to, like, almost everybody knows him. Like, when he was asked what he would recommend to people, he suggested that my regular recommendation has always been like a low cost S&P 500 index fund. Now now let's look at why this is related to systematic. Now when you look at the underlying nature of an index is actually a system. It is determined, it is based on predetermined rules that is biased towards holding strength and removing weakness. So whenever, like, if you can take the example of any of the index like S&P 500 or Nasdaq 100, ASX 200 or Nifty 50 in India, these are all determined, these are all systems. They are all determined by predetermined rules. There are rules that need to be followed for inclusion into these indices, like they have to be the 500 biggest companies in US or the 100 largest companies on the Nasdaq exchange. There are certain rules, and if they don't meet their rules, they are kicked out, and the new set of companies or the new companies that are getting bigger are included into the index. So it is also a system. So these are some of the reasons why I follow a systematic approach. Also, I want to be someone who wants to enjoy life, not sit in front of computer drawing charts and or doing fundamental analysis on Excel, modeling, doing financial modeling, wasting my time. I wanted a system that I can follow for a long period of time, and I want to play long-term games, and that's the reason why I use a systematic approach. Now to give you an example, like I've been running this Nasdaq leaders strategy. So I started this on like I've been following this for many years, but this is a public portfolio that I've been sharing with my students as well. So if you look at it, there have been a couple of rebalances. There will be 2 rebalances today. Now I have no idea about all these companies. Like I have some idea, but I do not do any fundamental analysis to pick Western Digital or Seagate, AMD, Micron, or Google or anything. I just run my system. It is based on high level maths and just few multiplications and things on based on which I can calculate my factor, and then I will have a predetermined routes to buy, when I will buy, when I will hold, when I will sell. So this system helps me prevent from making any emotional driven decisions, like especially these days there is a war going on, there is news about inflation, there are so many news and headlines that will force you to make suboptimal decisions or knee jerk reactions that will lead you to make some very bad decisions that will hurt your portfolio. And that's the reason why we should have a systematic approach. Thank you for watching.